All right, I'm back. For me, it's been seconds. For you, it's been days, and I apologize about that. But I gotta spread this content out just a little bit here, folks. Can't upload videos every day, and I don't want to do a 5-hour video. That's just ridiculous. I can't do that. So it's still Saturday morning for me. Probably not for you. Maybe it is. Please don't kill me. Heal up here. I still haven't seen the boss. I thought he was supposed to pop up like once every hour or so. So if you didn't watch the whole last video or just missed it in general, you should go back to my Mayhem playlist and watch that one first. You know what's going on, or at least kind of skim through it a little bit. I did hit a 55 head global last video, so might be worth watching just to see the swirlies. I had a couple other good hits too, but gotta love the swirlies, man. I should have got up and got coffee. I gotta wait another hour. Could just bring the Keurig in here. Make coffee while I'm playing. That'd be the thing to do. So in the last video, I got 10 Mayhem tokens for completing Stage 3, the Mayhem Daily. And I got 4 tokens on drops, and then I think I got, what, 3 loot boxes? Which I think brings me up to a total of 4 now. Oh, I gotta pop another skill pill. Pop one of these. Come on. Turn the gun off. There we go. Consume. And consume. This is some Halloween candy left over from like 2 or 3 years ago. It's been sitting in my storage forever. I don't know why I haven't used it. I figured, let's use it for a Mayhem. Not bad, not bad. How's our gun doing? Just under 10 ped left on that. Alright. I'm gonna have to go gun shopping pretty soon. I don't have nearly enough in storage. Get through all 15 hours. In case you're wondering, I'm using a shooting, you bum. AR Matrix LR15, and I'm in category 1. Still got the learning period on damage, that's good. Not a bad gun. I don't have it quite maxed out, we're only 71%, but we're getting close. The reason I'm not using a maxed out AR Matrix gun is because I had gotten to the point where it was doing roughly the same stats as the LR10, despite not being fully maxed out. And the LR15s were cheaper on auction than the LR10s. LR10s were going for like 132% or more. And the LR15s I was picking up for like 125% or 120%. So saved myself a little bit of money there. And I just got a better gun, and the stats were roughly the same, and now they're slowly getting better. And it's got the learning period for the damage, which is good, helping me skill up faster. So I can bump up to the next gun, which will be an LR20. Which, I'll have the skills to shoot it, but I don't know if my armor is going to be able to keep up. Right now I'm using adjusted pixie armor. You want to check out the stats on that. That's what I'm currentently wearing. Yeah, if you didn't know, this is the armor you get for completing your mentorship on... Ooh. 4.5 pet, very nice. This is the armor you get for completing your mentorship on Calypso. Or you can be like me and just buy it. I think I bought it because it had the 11 points of impact protection. I completed my mentorship on Arcadia, so I ended up getting... I don't have it on me. Don't make fun of me, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's called Muska armor. It's that green camel looking armor you might see occasionally, which I thought was really cool. So that's in my storage right now. It has very similar stats, but I think the impact was like, I think everything is 8. I think it was like 8 all the way across the board. I don't remember. I have to look at it again. There's 8 impact, 8 stab, 8 whatever. Or you can just look it up yourself. Jump onto Entropia wiki, and you can compare the stats on there. Alright, enough of that. Where is this? I still haven't seen the boss yet. Well, let's see what I skilled up in here. Reached level 4 in gunner damage. Okay. Not super handy, but at least right now. I believe that's for spaceship guns. Being able to fire spaceship weapons. Or vehicle weapons, I guess they all kind of fall under that category, but that's something I would be interested in doing way down the road. Is doing hunting in space. I think would be kind of fun. But also, I think is probably extremely expensive. I could be wrong. If you hunt in space, let me know if there is how expensive is it? Can you get into it semi-cheap, or do I need a couple thousand ped to play with to do that? I don't have a quad wing yet, which eventually we'll have to buy one of those. Now that space is a lot safer to fly through, it's probably going to be worth my time to pick one of those up. And fly myself to planet instead of paying for a mothership or a taxi. Which I'd probably still use the motherships just to like transport stuff, but as far as like flying, like if I need to get somewhere, if I was going to Arcadia or Rocktropia or whatever, I'd probably take my quad wing, and then on the way back I'd be bringing goods back to Cali to sell. So then I'd probably take a mothership and just warp. Because I'm pretty sure you're limited on how much weight you can bring onto a quad wing. But like with a mothership, it doesn't, I don't think it matters. Don't kill me. Yeah, the loot is kind of seems to be sliding towards the not so great end of the spectrum. Been getting a lot of hits for under a ped, and I was kind of averaging like a ped and a quarter to a ped and a half there for a while. Oh, there he is. Alright, let's heal up. Level 16, holy cow. I'm gonna get massacred. Let's do this. Oh, holy crap, is he fast. Oh, this is not good. I should maybe take him away from the respawn. Just a little bit. Oh god. Oh god. Please don't kill me, sir. Oh boy, oh boy. I was not ready for this by any means. Come on! He's gonna crit me too, I know it, at some point. Shoot faster, come on! I better heal up. Oh, good thing I did. Nice. I think we got him this time. I don't think I'll need to heal up. As long as he doesn't crit me. Kind of an odd place to lock onto his lower abdomen there. Ooh, 250 points. 5 ped, strongbox, and a token. Alright. That's decent. I will take it. They still have good markup on them? I checked them the other day. Oh yeah. 170+%? Take that all day long. I wonder if you can only get these from the Mayhem monsters, maybe. That would explain why the markup is so high. If you can only get them during certain times of the year, and you can't just go out and farm them whenever you feel like it. But I'm not sure. If anybody is watching and knows, let me know down in the comments if you can get these output amplifier components from other mobs, like outside of Mayhem. There's just so much to know about Entropia universe. It's crazy. Like I've been playing this game for off and on for 5 years, 6 years? No, 5 years. And I watch a ton of videos, a lot of YouTube videos, and read the forums and all that stuff. And it's like I'm still learning stuff. There's so much I still don't know about this game, and so much I haven't done in this game. Like I haven't been to a lot of the other minor planets. Like I've been to Arcadia. I've done a lot on Arcadia. I've done stuff in the Arcadia Underground. I think I've been to Rocktropia at least once. And I think I went to Monaria once. Or more not Monaria. It sounds like gonorrhea. I don't know how it's pronounced. I'm a little dyslexic. The Calypso moon. Whatever it's called. I think I was there once, like when it first was available, and wasn't real impressed. I went right back to Calypso, and that's it. Like I've never been to Next Island. I've never been to I can't even remember what half of them are called. Next Island. There's one with the T. It's like Tugan or Turan. Oh, there's Cyrene. Never been to Cyrene. There we go. 10 ped. Just under 10 ped. Which is kind of sad, but part of it is I've always been told, like, the economies there are really bad and you can't sell stuff there, which is partially true from what I've saw. Julian McBain, another YouTuber, has done a lot of videos. I think he was on Next Island. He said the loot there and stuff was good as far as like what you get in drops, but like there's nobody there to buy it is the problem, so then you end up TTing everything. Which is sad, because it looks like a cool planet. But if I can't sell the loot, what's the point, you know? I'm sure I'll go check it out at some point. I'm sure there's fun stuff to do there and cool items to get. But I'm gonna stick to Calypso probably for at least a year, just until the Codex, or not the Codex, once the Iron missions are officially eliminated. I was thinking about maybe heading over to like Arcadia or something for a while. And by then, who knows, maybe the Arcadia Codex will come out and then you gotta finish up all the Arcadia Iron missions. I'm kind of hoping they'll do that, like wait until the Calypso one is done and then release one for like Arcadia or Rocktropia. Because then I'll just bounce to planet as they release and get as many of the Iron missions done as I can, just to double up on that, those skill bonuses. I guess I can shoot another one. Nice. Double crits. I'm itching to get back into mining, but I just don't have the ped for it, and I burned through so much ped so fast, unfortunately. I know I've talked about this in some of my other videos. The biggest issue I have with mining, I hate that like there's a chance that you're not gonna get anything. You drop your survey probes, and you might not find anything, which I mean is understandable with it being mining, but if you don't find anything enough times, that really, really puts a hurt on your ped card. which really makes it hard to not only to make a profit, but even to break even is super difficult. But I mean, hunting's not much better, but I think it's part of it's just mindset. But then again, the markups on the ores and end matters, in my opinion, are better than what you get from hunting. So then there's the the possibility of hitting a big fat tower. That's always very appealing. Ooh, more components. Nice. What did we skill up? Level 10 in ranged gauze damage. Okay. Level 10 in ranged plasma damage. Very nice. Less than 5 ped left on this gun. We're gonna have to switch out pretty soon. Ooh. Excuse me. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of running out of things to talk about. This is a lot tougher than I thought it'd be. Like, I have Entropia stuff that, like, I want to talk about in different subjects and stuff, but I don't really want to put that information into my Mayhem videos because A, a lot of people probably aren't going to watch these, or B, they're not going to watch them all the way through, and I don't want them to miss that information. And I feel like they would just make, like, good standalone YouTube videos, you know? Ah, crap, I should have healed up. Yeah, almost 4 pet on that last drop. So it's I'm having a hard time to find something to talk about that's interesting enough to like listen to, but like not so good that I don't want to put it into another video here. Also, I'm still not awake yet. I'm out of coffee. Like, I should have jumped out of the instance and went and made myself another cup, but I didn't. My bad. I'll probably do that after this instance. Maybe I'll try the survival mode this year too. If I finish Annihilation. Oh, excuse me. finish the 15 hours for Annihilation and get my points on the board. Maybe I'll try out Survival, see what that's like. I've never done that. I've never even, like, jumped in for the practice. I don't know. I was not super interested in it. But it would be neat to just kind of check it out and see what it's all about, too, at the same time. Because I don't think... if I remember right, Survival doesn't have, like, a big, huge time limit like this one does. I think you just play through all the waves, and once the waves are done, that's it. So you could probably do Survival, you know, 100 times in the Mayhem season. Or, like, Annihilation, you might only do 4 or 5... full playthroughs in the same amount of time, because they take 15 hours to get through now. Which is fine, I'm not complaining about the time limit. Ooh, more components. Cool. What are we up to on those now? 3 peds worth? Alright. We got like a half hour. Decent. I'm about to level up my Biotropic skill. That'd be nice. Combat reflexes are way up there. Getting a little bit closer to maxing out that LR15. Yeah, I wish I could wake up like this every day. Just chill and play video games every morning before going to work. For like, for a couple hours. Work for like 2 hours and then come home and keep playing games. I guess I don't really need to heal up. But... my bad. Probably shouldn't sit so far back. How you guys liking the new microphone? You didn't know, I was using my Logitech webcam microphone to record all my videos. And it was pretty garbage sound quality. I mean, it was fine for my first couple videos. But like listening to myself while editing, it sounded like I had my fish inside sounded like I had my head inside a fish tank, which I didn't like. It sounded weird. And then so I picked up a Blue Yeti, because, you know, why not? And man, what a difference having a proper microphone makes. So so much better quality. And I don't have to like lean way in and like shout at it to get it to like pick up my voice. It's really good about picking up the noises I want it to pick up. I'll have to find some... I'd like to find some good microphone software, too. Tweak it a little bit. Or learn how to tweak it. Maybe I don't even need software. Maybe I can just tweak it in Streamlabs. Make it sound a little bit better. I pride myself. I'd like to, make my videos as high of quality content as I possibly can. So I try to buy nice stuff when I can. So, and the camera, the video quality on the camera is really good. I'm really happy with that. But man, the mic was terrible. But I think they just kind of put that on there just to have it. It wasn't really intended to be used, which is fine. And now I'm glad I got a dedicated microphone now. So really kind of brought my videos up just that much farther. So, now the biggest thing is just getting myself up to that level of my equipment. Because you can have the best streaming equipment, the best recording equipment in the world, but man, if you suck at talking about video games on a camera, people will pick up on that pretty quick. And a good microphone and a good camera isn't gonna fix that. That's all on you. So yeah. Cycle this pet here. Ooh. We're way down on pet again. Hopefully we get another big hit here soon. Otherwise I might have to start tapping into my reserve ammo. Oh hey, there we go. 25 pet. Let's convert that to right away. You ask and you shall receive, I guess. Keep it down over there. There we go. Ew, more garbage loot. Not happy with that. I like to see at least a pet in return. Which is still probably a loss, but... just hurts to see. See such low numbers. Really hurts me inside. I apologize. I might have to get up here in a second and let the dog out. I'm the only one home at the moment. Got about 24 minutes left in the session. Moving right along nicely. What are we doing on points? Just under 400. Not bad. Not great. Not where I was, but something. can scoop up another global here. That'd be nice. Sorry, I'm trying really hard not to yawn into the microphone. Nice crit there at the end for some decent loot. All right. Never like really. Wow, that's weird. I don't know what you'd call that, but it looks cool. Might have to screenshot that later. Save that for a thumbnail or something. I don't know. Despite being such an old game, the graphics really are pretty decent. I mean, they're not like amazing, but they're still good enough that like they keep you interested. There's enough detail in the game that it's not too rough on the eyes. I still play a lot of like old retro games, and man, some of them are really, really hard to go back to and play. I mean, they just hurt my eyes sometimes, or they take me a couple hours to get used to. Like, what was I playing? That was a while ago. That was probably like a little over a year ago. I was playing through The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, and like back in the day, that had really good graphics. Nowadays, man, you really gotta squint to make it look decent, unfortunately. And then the N64 didn't hold up very well with its graphics, and some of the PS1 games are pretty rough too to look at. But then again, like Super Mario 64 still looks pretty decent. The original Super Smash Brothers still looks really, really good. But those, well, Mario 64 wasn't that simple, but crap, I forgot to heal. Super Smash Brothers was a little bit simpler, so I think it didn't need quite as much detail for it to look good. Yeah. I still like playing old video games every once in a while. Going back to reliving the childhood memories. I still have most of my old games. I still got my first console ever was a N64. I bought it in Jungle Jape Green with Donkey Kong 64. It was my very first video game I ever bought. Still have it to this day. Probably will never get rid of it. Just because the N64 is still my favorite console of all times. But I think just because I spent so much time on it growing up, put a lot of time into that system. Still works great. A lot of great games for it. Had so many good games. Super Smash Brothers, GoldenEye, Donkey Kong, Mario Kart. Even I loved playing the old Tony Hawk skateboarding games on there. A ton of hours into those games, man. But I picked up the the Super Nintendo Mini and the Nintendo Mini when they came out. And, because I wanted to play those a little bit. And for me, like, they're good games, don't get me wrong, but man, they're hard for me to play because, like, like, to go back even further than what you were used to as a kid is just weird. Like, as a kid, I didn't play the Super Nintendo or even the NES a whole lot. Like, I had some friends that had it, but we always played the current consoles. We were playing the N64 and PS1, so I just never really got into them. And nowadays to try and go back and play those old games it's rough. I don't know why it's like that, but I can pick up an N64 and start playing that and have a blast, which is it's kind of weird to think about, but I do want to go through and play some of those older games like Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past and some of those other classics. So just even like Super Mario. I've never played the first couple Super Marios all the way through. You know, goofed around on the first couple levels, but never made a real effort to play through them and beat them. So I want to do that someday. There's a lot of old games that I still want to play that I haven't played yet. I actually got a nice emulator on my computer for a bunch of different consoles, older ones. I got everything from the NES, the Super NES. I'm trying to think what else I got. Sega Genesis. I got a bunch of N64 emulators. I got like 150 PS1 games in my emulator library. I got everything from like Tomb Raider to Crash Bandicoot to Spyro to I don't know, most of the Final Fantasies that were on the PS1. A lot of those I never played growing up. I want to go back and play some of those, especially Final Fantasy 7 now that they're making the remake, and 8 too. I should play. Which surprisingly I've never played either of those Final Fantasies. I didn't get into Final Fantasy until Final Fantasy X on the PS2 is when I started playing Final Fantasy. Which, don't get me wrong, Final Fantasy X I think was a really good game, and I know a lot of other people thought 10 was really good as well. Unlike Final Fantasy X-2, which was probably one of the worst games they've ever made. Which I don't think I beat it. I played through most of it. Crap. And I bought the remaster for PS3 or PS4. I can't remember what they remastered it on. I'm gonna get destroyed here. Whoops. It's killing me already. But anyways, yeah, so they got the remaster of 7, Final Fantasy 7 coming out, which looks amazing. But I also want to play the original version first before I play the remaster, and I feel like I'll appreciate it a little bit more. Same for Final Fantasy 8. I want to play the original before I play the new one. Hang on a second. Just gonna close my door so we don't get any more background noise. My wife just got home, so. Got 15 minutes left on this one. Let's get rid of some of these. those guns are all broken. Ooh. No! Keep shooting. There, that's better. I don't like using hotkeys on my keyboard for stuff. I know I'm weird. But I have a hotkey on my mouse for auto fire. And I have a bunch of other hotkeys on my mouse that I could probably put all my guns on, which, I don't know, laziness, I guess. I think part of it is I just don't want to take the time to, like, bind these to keys and then having to switch them out. It's just easier just to put them up there and then I can click on them and then I can have like 3-4 guns already and then as they break I can just start switching. Ooh, we just hit 75% on the AR Matrix LR15. Alright. Move that up a little bit too. Weave our way through the gravestones here. I think I'm gonna have to repair my armor after this. I'm gonna take a little break. Not that you guys are gonna really notice, but get some more coffee, fix my armor, and do some other things. Come back later. I wonder if I'd get better loot if I let them hit me more. Get the armor decay up for better loot. Wish there was a decent way to test that. See how much difference the armor decay affects your loot. For now, I don't really want to pay a massive repair bill, and I don't have super great armor on to begin with, so we're gonna just avoid getting hit altogether if we can. Wow, I've jumped up 10% on this gun since I started. 10% in 2 hours. It's not bad. Though I do have the skill pill going, so that definitely helps. We've almost maxed out the chip, too. That's nice. Which, that's doing alright. I'm not burning too much of that. I don't know if it'll be enough to get me through the entire event, but we'll see. Maybe towards the end of the event my evade will be high enough that I won't need to heal at all. I doubt it, but I can hope, right? Hope and dream. It's nice that you know, other mobs are still globaling, even if they're not event mobs. I'm glad they don't totally drain the loot pools from the other mobs. So that'd be disappointing, because not everybody likes Mayhem. Or can afford to compete in Mayhem. But I'm sure the globals for other stuff does go down pretty significant, but it's still global enough that probably still makes it worth your time to go out and try hunting them. Sorry about that. Definitely need more coffee. Ooh, nice crit. But you still did. So we're just under the 10-minute mark. So I'm gonna kind of start wrapping this video up a little bit here. If you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. These are hour-long videos. It's a long time to watch. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future Entropia content. I will have a link in the description below to my playlist for my regular Entropia videos. Be sure to go check those out. I got lots of interesting topics I talk about. I try to cover some different things, and they kind of appeal to players of all levels, new and old. So go check those out. And once Mayhem's over, I'll be uploading a lot more of those. If you like this video, give it a like. If you don't like this video, give it a dislike. Either or is okay with me. And if you have anything else that you want to tell me, you know, drop it in the comments below. Whether it's relevant or not, throw it in there. I don't care. I'll be sure to check it out, and I'll probably give you a thumbs up, at least. I don't know. Throw something funny in there. Drop your best dad joke or something in the comments below. Or tell me why you love Entropia. Anything. You know? I like interacting with people through the comments. It's kind of a new way for me to build relationships with people in the game and outside of the game. I really like it. I wish more people would comment. It's for the amount of views I get. Not that like I'm upset, like people need to comment because it makes my videos look better. Blah blah blah. No, it's not about that. I truly want to interact with, you know, my fellow Entropians, and in game I find that kind of difficult to do, and I like using these videos as kind of a way to break the ice to start conversations with people and get to, you know, get to talking, maybe get to know them a little bit, and maybe eventually, you know, it turns into a friendship inside the game and outside the game. At least through YouTube. I don't know if we'll be like, you know, gonna meet up and go get coffee or something, but you know, other virtual platforms other than within the game is more or less what I meant, whether it's on YouTube or social media or whatever. Part of that reason is probably most of you watching this are not in the United States. There's a lot of people from around the world playing this game, and I can't afford to fly outside the country. I can barely afford to fly within the country, so there's that. I don't have a passport. Can't really leave. I'm doing good if I can get out of my own state, which I desperately want to do this time of year because the weather is just awful. I know I've mentioned that. If you didn't know, I am from Wisconsin, the Midwest of the United States. We get snow and ice, and the weather is crummy from October till like May. And there's nothing to do other than to stay home and play video games. And shovel your driveway. So that's what I do. I stay home, play video games. That last hit wasn't too bad. Just under 10 ped. We need more of those. A lot more of those. And another global. We need another global here. Rebalance the my pet out. Hey, Buzz Eric Lightyear still plays? If you didn't know who that, I totally just squirreled there for a minute. So Buzz Eric Lightyear, fun fact, I don't know if he still does, but at one point in time, I think he owned all of Treasure Island, or at least big portions of it. He spent, if I remember right, and it's been a while since I watched the video, I think it was like $300,000 to buy Treasure Island, and he's, you know, made that money back and then some from it. And this was a number of years ago, but yeah, he's one of those big name players, and I didn't realize he still actually played in game. I thought maybe he quit playing after, if he sold Treasure Island, or once in a while like big name people like that will get like pulled into the Mind Arts company. Like they'll just hire them and then they close out their account, because if you work for Mind Art, you can't, I don't think you can play the game unless you're like an in-game dev where like you can like help people in game. You'll see them at like Camp Icarus once in a while, and they got like the glowing halo. They almost look like angels kind of thing, but they don't actually play the game. They're just there for like monitoring reasons and like to answer people's questions. Anyways, yeah. So I thought Buzz Eric Lightyear there. Didn't, you know? I didn't realize he's still playing the game. That's really cool to see that he's still around. Another big name you might recognize is John Jacob Never Dies. He owned Club Never Die, which I believe is now FOMA. Yeah, I think it's FOMA. He mortgaged his house and bought it for like $100,000 or $300,000 or something like that, and then turned around and sold it for like $1 million. And then he now owns Entropia. That's his planet, along with the Hell Mines. That's all him. I don't know if he plays anymore though. With like owning a planet, I don't know if he can do that, because I would assume he knows or has access to like the loot algorithm and stuff, and could like exploit it. But I'm sure he makes a lot better money just from owning a whole freaking planet in the game. So there's probably no reason for him to really play anymore. There's a couple other big names in Entropia, but those are the two that I can think of off the top of my head. Is Buzz Eric Lightyear and John Jacob Never Dies. Alright, so I'm gonna be able to kill maybe like one more after this, and then I'm gonna cut the video there. Take a little break. Because my mouth is getting dry from all the talking. I'm gonna die here. Don't die! Alright, sweet. Probably didn't need to heal up all the way, but whatever. Alright, so 2 hours down. 13 to go. So cross your fingers. I'm going to exit here. Said it updated. I hope it saved it. I'm going to be so mad if it doesn't save my progress again. What is this? Ah, man. I should have kept going. I had a few minute or two left on my skill pill. Oh well. Yeah, two minutes. I'm not gonna sweat it too much. Oh, arrival protection. Come on. Ooh, so laggy. Alright, before I go here, let's just see where we're at for ammo and armor decay. So I came in with 120 ped worth of ammo. Because I had that big global for my first one. Well, actually, that was... That's not correct anymore. Well, I played for 2 hours. I started with 120. And now I'm at just under 90. So it's kind of bouncing back and forth there a little bit. What do we got for items? We got 4 strong boxes, 15 tokens, nice, and 11 components. So, all right, guys, see you in the next video, and until next time, you have a good one.